Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson. I'm back doing another trade, and today's date is June the 25th, and I took the trade during the Asian session based on New Zealand strength, and it still is the strongest. It was more than 80 and 90% last night. Right now it's around 8 o'clock in the morning. And now within this video, I want to show that you can trade with a full-time day job. And I'm speaking about the traders like in the Eastern time zone. You know, you work 9 to 5 and you come home. And then you got to get in front of the charts anytime after 5 p.m. here. This is what I noticed last night when I came to the charts. And I'm going to go through the new. Now, if the New Zealand is on the left side, obviously we're buying. And if it's on the right side, like these three pairs, Aussie New Zealand, Pound New Zealand, and the Euro New Zealand, I did the Euro New Zealand, then we're selling it. Obviously, you have to know that. So I'll just show you a few of these pairs, starting from the 15 minutes. They all went up. Some did a bigger pullback. New Zealand Swiss continued to go up. And of course, New Zealand CAD, it went up. They all went up pretty good, you know what I mean? Like 45 pips. Now, these last three pairs, they went down because the New Zealand's on the right side. Same thing, dropped for over 50 pips. The Pound New Zealand, it dropped for 55 or 75, and then of course it did a pullback. And of course the pair that I ended up doing last night, and just to let you know, you do have to manage it. So obviously if I did the Pound New Zealand, you know, of course, let's say I got in around here, and if I was up close to 50 pips, definitely I would consider to manage the trade. Like, I just wouldn't leave it open and come all the way back up here and hit my stop. And it did go against me. It was only 10 pips, so if you put in a 20 pip stop, it would not hit it. Now, after I drilled down the lights, and what I mean by that is check with the daily time frame and work my way down, and it was telling me that it was going to go down, along with the meter telling me to buy the New Zealand. So that means the Euro New Zealand, I have to sell it. So at approximately close to 8:30 last night, I took the trade, and of course I monitored it, kept a close eye on it, got in at this cursor. Now the most that went against me was 4 pips, but I kept an eye on it, and eventually this morning when I got up, I ended up with 60 pips here. Now the 60 pips on the Euro New Zealand produced a little over $4,000, as you can see down here at the bottom. Now, if you follow the rules that I teach in the training videos, you can have your day job, and when you get home 4 or 5 o'clock and after dinner, most of the time the market will move any time after 6 or 7. And of course there was triggers to sell, and of course getting in anywhere here. I was not in front of the computer at that time, but when I saw it, I decided to get in. There was too many indications that it was going to go down, and it doesn't always work. You know, the London session can easily come back up like it did with the Pound New Zealand. But many times get into trade during the Asian, and of course the London will just keep driving it down, and in the morning you can wake up with between 50 and 100 pips. So in other words, you can trade with a day job. And especially with my Mega Trigger here, this system here, the Mega Trigger, it's my latest system that I put together, and I actually teach how to trade with a day job, and I teach how exactly to get in the trade and how and when to close the trade. So if your system is not producing, like either my PIP Trigger or my Mega Trigger, certainly all you have to do is look right below this video and you'll see a write-up similar to this. And just looking at the trade now, it looks like I got out almost at the bottom, so pretty good timing. And of course, like I said, I teach, actually it's this candle right here where it could have closed the trade, which is about the same level. Now anyhow, whether you want the PIP Trigger system or you want they both work great, and if you look right below the video, you'll see the same write-up. And I do teach many ways to trade. There are around 32 to 34 training videos in any one of these packages. So they both, no matter which one you want to pick up, they're both $250. They have approximately 3 gigabytes of training. And you will get an exact copy on your MT4 platform. If you need help, I can help you with that. Now there are 2 MT4 templates and a bunch of indicators, custom indicators to drive it. This one needs 12 and this one only needs 8. You do get the currency meter, my favorite one. Now I do teach a lot of ways to trade, but the really most important is how to trade the higher time frames. And this one right here, which is a fantastic, it's a great way to trade. Same as over here, easy, great way to trade. Before I take any trade whatsoever, I do both. I check the higher time frames and then I trade this great way to trade. And of course I do give 9 bonus videos along with the $1 Million Trade Plan, where I teach you how to trade a small account, a couple of $1,000. You turn actually $1,000 into $1 million after 10 months, and you only need 10 pips a day, and today I got 60 pips. So for me this is quite easy to get the 10 pips. So if you have any questions about that $1 Million Trade Plan or my trigger system, I do have 8 of them total altogether. They're all great. They work very efficiently, and after you learn how to trade with one, you'll be able to trade all 8 of them. So if you have any questions, all you got to do is pick up the phone and call me, or you can send me an email. Now I do prefer Skype, and all you got to do is click on this link right here. It's right below the video, and if you do so, we'll have a Skype contact, and through Skype and screen sharing I'll give you a free session. Now that session might last 45 minutes to an hour, it just depends on how many questions you have, and I can show you different trigger system depending on which one you're interested in. And of course all you got to do is click on this link, and I do have 19 trigger systems all together. So if you find one that you take an interest in, I can show it to you and answer your questions. So that just about wraps up this video, and now I have to do some more training videos by this Friday. I have 3 systems that are not quite completed yet, but the Mega Trigger is finished. So if you're interested in that one, just get in contact with me and we can go from there. So anyhow, wraps up this video, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trade, happy trading.